Are we going live?
Very well timed.
I was
melee.
waiting until I could tell that we were back live. I waited too long.
You're gonna go for the same joke.
Yeah.
You've been
Great
hanging out with
minds.
Neil too often.
Yeah.
Whoa!
So, after that, I mean, Zoe's description of Belle was perfect. Just like sit down. Just all of you took in between the battle with the troll and the troglodytes. You both took a pretty significant amount of damage. What next?
I would suggest a nap.
Is this deeper or closer to the further away or more close to the exit than the troll was?
Same place.
Same place. Oh, okay. Shit.
Well, that doesn't bode well.
I don't want to find an excuse to run into more of those. So I say we find the nearest room that we can barricade and get some sleep. I must mend. I must.
I want to stay down here for the night. Or for a long time.
Aye.
Okay, I suppose needs must.
Come on, Belle. Quit your whining.
She would just glare at you. Like blood dripping out of her. Glare at you.
You heal 7 hit points, which is abysmal, unfortunately, for my healing. But hey, I rolled a 1. Deal with it.
I appreciate it. I still am not even half of my No, I appreciate it a lot.
Nice
I'm
heal,
still
but
not
not good
half of my hit points is all.
Oh.
Wow. Well, you know what that means? It means you're ready for some of that healing fart goodness. What you got there is a little snacky snack.
They are beef-flavored barbecue hula hoops.
Oh, I like a good barbecue hula hoop. I think that's probably the best flavor of hula hoop.
I'm partial to classic.
Really?
I like
Classic.
salt.
Classic aren't bad. Classic aren't
like
bad.
eating salt.
It's just a vehicle to get more salt into your body.
I
don't care
literally
about
sometimes it's like I feel like I need salt in my body. Salty crisps.
I think
That's a real thing. If
Yeah,
your body needs
absolutely.
electrolytes,
Yeah.
salt.
I'm aware of what my body needs. Needs you, babe.
Doxy, call me.
That was very aggressive there.
it was
I liked
aggressive.
It was very Michael Scott talking to Jan Levinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Wow. Okay. How about we go to that place with the spring water? Because that door can close, right?
Yeah.
If we can all fit in there comfortably.
If we're gonna head
Can't remember how
that far out, we may as well just head out into the village.
I thought it was way closer than it
We're
apparently
near
is.
residences. We could just lock ourselves in a residence.
So we've got, like Doxy says, we've got the ring of like markety residence area that we're in, and then further up a long corridor we have the like a main porch with a forge to the north, quote unquote north, and to the south access to the spring.
First, are we planning on taking a short rest or a long rest? Because if we're planning on taking a long rest, and we've already established that Belle could get back to the village and back here in like half an hour, we might as well just go back to the village.
Mm.
But if we're taking a short rest, then sure, we can take it down here.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Ian
with the wisdom. Yeah.
I don't mind doing a short rest, but a long rest might be worth it for Balara and.
It depends whether you want,
Oren?
if you're expecting to get into another fight, or you just want
That's
to kind
the
of
thing,
patch
yeah.
wounds in case you're ambushed, right? If you
So
just
if
want
we've
like,
got-
okay, we want to go back in full gung ho, then you go back and you sleep. Or if you're just like, okay, let's just see if we can get a little bit more done today, then you take a short rest.
I mean, if I had to be being 100% D&D logical about this, rogues aren't going to regenerate much on a long rest that they can't on a short rest as long as they have hit dice. It's the cleric who's used spells who will only regain them on a long rest.
I'm running reasonably dry.
I'd
But-
also like my dice back.
It depends on whether or not,
You-
like Ollie says, whether we intend to fight if we meet anything, or if we are. So we don't think there's anything other than a troll in terms of big things. However, troglodytes could be everywhere. They could be like running throughout the place. Which also, even if we stomp our way around the place looking for troglodytes, we can't necessarily make certain that there aren't any more troglodytes, which makes this chamber not necessarily suitable for civilians. Because no matter what, there are going to be ways in, holes, whatever, or troglodytes could burrow in that we're not necessarily aware of. So it would make sense to me that if we want to have, because we're not looking at keeping people in here for a long time, if we want a bunker, what we should do is instead get the village's resources to build a door, a gate for the long corridor at the top of it. Because one gate there, like, it doesn't have to be anything. It could literally be a wooden wall with a wooden door in it, or and that will stop trogs. Certainly stop them long enough from killing anyone.
Yeah,
And
I
we
mean,
still have
you're not planning on using it to live long time.
exactly, and then
you
we still have
mentioned that
the
briefly,
smithy.
but that's not necessary, really.
Exactly.
For you.
And we still have the smithy, the atrium or porch, and the spring. Access to all of that, which gives people access to fresh water,
Yes.
heat. So like they could stay in there with minimal. We could stick some crates of dried food or whatever in the smithy, and then in an emergency, people could live in there for a week, perhaps. Reasonably well. In fact, people could live in there for probably 2 weeks with like 1 week of starvation, or with 2 weeks of heavy rationing. If we were to source the food, dried meat, whatever.
Then there's the part of me that just wants to explore the fuck out of this area.
Yeah,
Agreed.
we want to find things like badly. The thing is, I want to use criminal contact to get a hold of Gale, my gnome friend, and bring him down here because he would be able to probably help with a lot of this stuff, and like he would probably recognize at least some of it that we won't, and so on and so forth.
Possibly, yeah.
So it would be cool to find, to get him and maybe one of his elders to come and, find the library, power this place. We might be able to make really cool things happen here.
And just so what would our alternative be for our time at the moment? Because the wall is being built, so we have options of A, continue to explore in the hope that we find useful information, or perhaps even an item of some power, something like that, a little bit of gnomish engineering, whatever. Or see something outside, but I'm not sure what that would be. But I'm just saying so that we have a quick brainstorm of what we'd rather spend our efforts on.
Exploring the ruins is my number one priority.
Even though we possibly stand to gain nothing other than information or knowledge.
We're gonna find a dragon killing ballista in here. Just you watch.
Okay, all right. So
So,
Dogsy Boat's ruins. Ian?
Well, I mean, me both as Ian and Amaryllis have a thirst for the knowledge of the ruins, basically. But the other alternative in the village missions at the moment, if even without anything else coming up, is investigating the river poisoning. and sort of seeing if we can do something to reverse that.
Isn't Leha just kind of passively on that? Sorry.
No, there's nothing that she can do beyond stuff she's already done. This is why you wanted to go to Shinebank to find a researcher on this.
Yeah.
That was one of your other missions to
But
do.
probably that might have to wait until after winter, really. I feel they would be dangerous to, given everything that's gone on. Dean?
you tried to sneak that past us, but we were all paying a lot of attention.
Dean, what's your vote?
This place.
I have no strong feelings over this, so I think we investigate ruins more.
Yeah, this place has yet to be fully explored.
Has one out.
And the video gamer in me wants us to explore the fuck out of it.
Same.
So what the fuck are you guys doing?
So I think we will fall back to the porch, the atrium. And
that area is called the Lesser Forge.
Thank you, the Lesser Forge. And we will have a long rest there, I think. And then we will come back in. Ho. Yeah.
In that time,
I feel like
you can
we should
send
go back
your
to
message.
the village so that we can, so that I can send
Well, you
my
can
message.
do that, like.
Oh yeah, I mean we could do that. It makes no difference because, like you say, it's half an hour to the village. It makes.
Well, we also need to talk to Leha about the plants that we found, and we could maybe even bring others in with us, perhaps.
Oh, we don't have a sample of the plant though, do we?
No, but we can tell her where to find them.
Do we want to send her out into the woods?
Oscar could accompany her. We could
That's
suggest
true.
a lot of things. The scouts could accompany her.
Don't trust the scouts with Leha. They're good at seeing things, don't get me wrong.
Don't trust Cornucopia without Oscar.
It'll take them half an hour to go find plants and come back.
Unless they try and grab the plants, and when they do, the plants melt their hands. Anyway, that's besides the point.
Melt their hands.
Melt their hands.
They might have some.
Leha is better at that stuff than we are. Like,
Yeah.
she'll be able to get the plants. I'm fairly confident.
Agreed.
So, I mean, you
Back
can
to
do
the village is my vote.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You pack up your things and head out. Having had many a battle, but not a defeat. But also not really finding much yet. You haven't had the time to truly explore any of the nooks and crannies you found. But you go back, you take the time to rest. During this rest, I have a kangaroo with punching gloves, by the way. Belle wants to send a message to Gale. You can do that. You can
to bring a historian or scholar of some kind.
Okay.
And come explore these ruins. I also would have brought one of those cleaning bots back for Leha to look at.
They've already done that. They did
Okay.
that last time when you weren't here.
Okay, I thought that
She
they
did.
all
She was just
died
like,
on
that's
our way out.
weird. And no, you took one. You stored one in a basket.
Okay.
There's a whole thing.
Cool. Okay,
Gale's
I thought that
definitely-
we failed to do that. Okay, I wouldn't have done that then. And then I would have also stopped in and checked in with Griff about a secret project.
Oh. Gale is definitely going to arrive and be like, well, I didn't get a historian, but... And he's going to pull out like a little book, like, Gnomish history through the ages.
Little Shire book. Okay, you can do all of those things. Those things are done. And all the kind of minor stuff that you need to do, you know, taking care of your equipment, making sure that all your wounds are well tended to. In the village, you can quite comfortably do that. There's really nothing to announce, because nothing's really changing in the village, other than it's snowing more and more every day. You know, come morn.
Yeah, I think we just for I doubt anything is going to happen, but just for completion's sake, we'd mentioned to Oscar what we found so far that so if a retreat into the ruins is required, retreat to the forge, but don't go any further unless like it's that or stand there and be massacred.
You forward your information.
Forward my email to Oscar.
Yeah. And he sends it back in like all caps. Thank you for sending this to me. He doesn't know how to use technology.
Regards, no space, Oscar.
And then you want to barrel right back in. You know, you've worked on a lot of things, send a lot of messages and prepped, but there's nothing really to do in town right now.
Which is nice for a change.
Well, because a lot of the town is working together and building the living wall, which just takes a lot of time and energy, especially as the snow is kicking in.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Okie dokie.
Great.
Good. So, is there anything you want to bring with you on your journey back into the ruins? And then, what part of the ruins are you? What are you aiming to achieve? What is your 5-year plan?
I think the idea last time was to gain access to the thing that powers.
Yeah, we want to try to power this.
Power it back up so we can actually get into other places.
And on that note, could we bring Griff Special? We might have access to it, I'm not sure. Could we bring a block and tackle? So we've got rope. If we get a block and tackle and a hook.
Block and tackle.
It's like a pulley.
All of this stuff would be being used to build the wall.
Oh, okay.
To be able to spare it.
No, fuck them.
You have like 1, maybe 2 of that kind of thing because of your like tech level, and they're building a wall to save everyone's lives. So
I mean, if they say no, we'll just mace them until they.
Oh no, he's gone the Inquisitorious route.
I was about to say, can we bring a crowbar? But I imagine there's not probably enough metal in the village to have a crowbar.
If we can't make a block and tackle, if we can't make more than like 3 block and tackles, we can't make a crowbar.
Yeah.
You
guys forget how low tech this village is.
No, I remembered after having before. Oh, we should bring a crowbar. Oh wait, no.
Okay, so rope, yes. Rope mechanisms, no. Your aim is to find power.
And any locations of note.
Yeah, of course.
To kind of map it.
Yeah, I imagine you would probably be sketching out a map as you're exploring now that there's less threat. So, in that case, you can actually give me a survival roll. Everyone else can give me investigation rolls.
Imagine writing a map. That's got to be pretty scary.
How
I'd
so?
like to see a thing of maps through the ages. Like to see how they change as we get better and better, like satellite imagery and shit. That's got to be interesting.
It is cool if you've ever seen. Like you can Google that.
Yeah, I should. What I was saying basically is I should Google that.
Yeah, it is interesting. Belle, your map making is, you've never had to like make a map for someone else. So this requires a little bit more effort and thinking. So occasionally you would sit in an area and actually kind of like draw it out and take a moment, especially the safe area, the lesser forge, and where the hallway opens up into this area. You guys briefly check in at the center where the troll and the troglodytes, well, the troll was and the troglodytes visited, and you can actually see the bodies are kind of half piled up, and there's like 3 of the little cleaner automatons just doing their best. Just like wiping up blood, all that sort of thing, clearing the gunk off the floors. Because it seems that this was an inhospitable place for them. But now it isn't, so they're actually cleaning it again. Which gives you a bit of confidence. the actual building in the middle of that courtyard, the door is actually slightly open. Big metal machined doors, but it looks like at some point maybe the troll had punched one of them in, and someone small like Bell could squeeze in and maybe open it from the inside if you were ever interested in doing that. While a lot of the doors need the steam power to open, that you could kind of shenanigan your way through. But it's while exploring, you find several entryways. You find an entryway that is closed to a district simply called the Church. You find one to the entrance hall, which is also connected to the Great Forge and the mines. They're all kind of in the same wing. Doors super sealed shut. Need steam power and maybe even keys to open. You do, however, find notations towards the power generator. It would just be called steam generator. And when you find the doorway to it, they are like these wide doors that open on the top and the bottom like that. And it is like almost completely shut, but there is basically a metal barrel propped into it, keeping it open. Large enough that all of you could duck through into the dark beyond.
What happens if Amaryllis bends over that much?
Well, she slipped through a cage earlier.
That's true. But that might not necessarily... Like, that's turning sideways.
Are you just suggesting that Amaryllis is really thin from the side?
It's like a 2D figure, like a cartoon just goes sides.
Yes.
Like a cut-out tree.
Balara, may I take your lantern, please? I'll go first.
She would hand it over.
And I will
Sucker.
I will press C to crouch and walk through.
Oh no, you rebound it. It's control.
Hold control. Press.
Really, you're a hold. No, I'm a
Hold
toggle.
control.
I think no.
Are you one of the people that would press caps lock as a holding shift to type all caps?
No.
Exactly.
I hold shift.
Yeah.
You hold control.
I also press C to toggle.
I actually do alternate. I just basically wanted to yell at
I'm definitely a control preference, but I can't think whether I'm a toggle or not.
If you can't think, then you're the worst of the two.
I don't need to
whichever
think,
one is worse, you're
because
that
it comes naturally to me. Some of us are gamers and some of us are gamers.
So as you start leading through with the lantern, the hallways here are less smooth stone. There are panels of metal. Metal that has got a touch of rust, but not as much as, you might expect because this area is so closed off. Does everyone travel through?
Yes.
Yep.
Behind Rick.
Come.
When the last of you moves through, perhaps
last of us.
predictably, the mechanism grinds and moves and shifts, and that barrel is kind of crunched as the door
The classic DnD.
seals you into this area, allowing you
Welcome
to examine.
to the Enclave's trap room.
We're going to die down here.
This is just their escape room for hobbies and fun.
I mean, given we found those deep gnomes that had like dream machines, it wouldn't surprise me.
Don't know what you're talking about. Dream machines don't exist.
I'm a dream machine, baby. Immediately, you look around at the lantern. The ceilings here are very tall, and there are just a huge connection of pipes connecting to, stuff up in the ceiling. You do not understand it, but the pipes do all seem to run through this area. Right beside you, when you go through the large gate, it looks like a lot of these pipes almost form together in what could maybe be like a cannon that sort of faces the room. The pipes are kind of disconnected. A lot of them hang loosely, but it's a very strange display, especially considering the cables and pipes that lead everywhere else. There are also actually pockets of gaslight in this room that sort of seem to lead you around a little bit. Are you going to start exploring?
Gaslight as in...
Light in little lanterns.
Cool. That's what I thought. I just wanted to...
Examining one of those gaslights.
Uh-huh.
Is this the
You
type
sound fire.
that is this the type that is this like an actual gaslight that would need refilling, or is
This seems to be entirely automated.
okay?
The gas is
It might
pipe.
not actually be a gas lantern, but that's the easiest direct comparison.
Okay.
Or the
it's
little
not-
worker bots come and fill them up.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm just thinking like I'm immediately suspicious as to whether or not there is
Piped gas around here.
I'm more interested this like from the description that doesn't strike me as completely abandoned, or if it is abandoned at a later point than everything else.
I love how different our mindset goes. I'm like, well, they must have piped gas, and you're like, maybe there is a caretaker or someone. who's-
Immediately from this position, because the first lantern is kind of on a pillar, the light in the far corner is next to a large device that is clearly disconnected from the rest of the room. The pipes... The device is kind of emanating a little bit of water and steam, but it's not going anywhere because it's not plugged in properly. Like, there's a big pipe that seems to lead to the ceiling from it, but it's, like, not joined right, so it's kind of, like, going off the side, and, like, the mechanisms aren't in place and things like that.
If we get this hooked up, and we get this thing working, whatever it does, I presume from the size of it, it's going to be loud. In which case, if there's any more of those troglodytes about, they might come looking. The last time they came about was after we had the loud noise of an encounter with a troll.
You hear the sound of shuffling footsteps moving in response to your actual speaking out loud, deeper in this large chamber.
Fuck, I've put my foot in it. I'm sorry.
Less scared of them than starving to death in this room.
I would hazard a guess that that if we reconnect the pipes, they will power this enclave up and allow us exit through the door.
Well, which pipe attaches to what?
I think this is an excellent time for some initiative rolls.
I was just thinking I should just precog, like, is this going to work how I think it's going to work? But
You can do a precog right
What
now
a
as you're rolling
terrible
initiative.
precog. Is this going to work how I think it's going to
You need to think of how you're going to precog it, but it might be a good
Yeah.
time
Can
to
you
do
imagine actually asking that?
so. Yeah.
Yes.
What will come to pass if you connect the devices, or
yeah.
what will
Well,
happen in
basically,
this
I
place?
was going to ask, like, can we restore power in this to the enclave in this room?
Also,
wanna do that?
I like
Yeah,
how
go
we-
ahead.
I like how we're
Well-
calling this the Enclave now.
Well, that's what you'd call a gnomish settlement.
Yep.
It's an enclave. While Torin is like speaking, he's like, what do we do? Jinkies. And as you close your eyes and you focus, even though you can hear the noise of something coming closer, you focus, and you let your vision turn to darkness. You can see the steam. Its steam sort of moves in funnels and collects in these balls. There's 4 kind of orbs of moving steam. There's sort of bringing water up from the ground. You can't quite see the ground. And that steam then moves in funnels towards a statue of a gnome carrying a bow that rears back and and lets loose at a charging beast you never even saw, bringing it to the ground.
That's dope. That's dope, and I love it.
Dope in a terrifying way.
Dope in a I don't know how to interpret that usefully way as well.
Well,
Dope
you'll
in
wait.
a-
Have until your turn.
If we get the gnomes on our side, though, if one of them was capable of reverse engineering these automatic anti-dragon ballista, gnome archer automatons.
Bell, Amaryllis is zoning out, but you can hear something coming, something from this direction, from behind the pillar in the dark. It's not quite making that noise.
I'm not sure about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying no. I'm just,
It's
perplexed.
not entirely uncanon, but it might be Legends material.
I will move down here.
What do I have?
And can I shoot at the sound with
You
disadvantage?
can shoot in the direction of the sound, yeah.
Sure.
You
I'd say
have a
you're-
very low chance of hitting, but like, why not? You know.
Shoot at the sound.
This really reminds me of the battle droids from KOTOR. Or like
You
war
shoot
droids.
off in that direction and hear a kind of clatter and clank.
I like how you shot that with your short sword belt.
Oh my god! It's the same roll. It's the same.
Yeah,
roll.
It's just funny.
That is a little hidden meme for us there.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
I used the short sword as the arrow.
They did have some gun swords.
Richter.
All right, I'm going to take a shot with my M4.
I'm sorry. What a dumbo.
Step ahead.
This seems to be the same as this, and this is what I was referring to before. Like
He has the lantern on him. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. A steam generator. You can now see two of them.
Look at this lovely little asset that Ollie's made right here.
Yeah.
That's some Ollie. So what exactly is that meant to be in the
It's
standard
kind
packet
of
comes
like
in?
a forge, like a
That's what I thought.
deactivated
I was like,
forge
is that
kind
an
of
ash
mentality.
pit? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very versatile. Really, I should make a whole bunch of pipes and clockwork things, but I haven't had time.
That
But
would
for
be,
this dungeon, it would be perfect, but I haven't.
it would be a
at
good
any
pack
time.
as well. I know you probably don't actually get much money off Roll20, but it
Not
would be
the,
a good.
not the dungeon tiles. The regular tokens I get quite a bit.
Really, you don't get much off the dungeon tile. I would have thought.
You would have done it the other way around.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'd like to do the other way around. Richter, what are you doing?
I would like to just drop my lantern here.
Drop your lantern. Cool.
Drop my lantern.
I choose to drop the lantern.
Richter has dropped the objective.
I drop my lantern.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Torin.
I approve. I still can't see this creepy crawly, so I'm gonna
No
stay
one
with
can.
I'm gonna stay with my buddy Amaryllis here, and I'm gonna take a reaction to Sacred Flame it if it's angry or aggressive, and it.
Sacred Flame it if it's angry. Get off my lawn, damn kids!
I'd like to take a reaction if it comes into my range of 60 feet and it is aggressive. I would like to. I mean, like.
Yeah, I get you. You can hear the thing coming closer. Amaryllis and Richter, you can see the shadow of a large, lumbering shape.
I assume you mean Balara and Richter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can see the shadow of it on just the edge of the lantern's light.
This is exciting. I'm kind of excited for what this is.
Amaryllis.
It's like a dwarven centurion about to come into view.
Okay, I will. My brain is not working very well this week, and I just want to clarify where things stand. So we've got these generator-like things.
Yes.
One down here. I haven't seen the other one, but those are connected up. They're not connected up. very
They
well?
are like nearly connected.
Nearly connected, and we've got this thing in the top left that is like
Uh-huh.
a giant gun barrel. Okay. In that case, based on what I saw in the precog, which I've half remembered. One,
It's only your entire character gimmick, Ian.
5. Actually, no, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going across to there. That's a. I am dashing.
You see as you move by this large thing, just a glint in its eyes. It turns towards you as you.
Yep. Hopefully,
That's a verb, by the way.
Yeah. Hopefully, it is going to ignore me because that's the end of my turn. That might have been a very bad choice.
Bell! Ignore you. The squishy oracle.
Do I still have disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try it.
Oh, actually... No. It looks worse on my stream. You actually can see it quite clearly.
Okay.
Well, in dim light, but clear enough. That is a hit.
Hell yeah.
You strike the large, hunchbacked shape, and it does recoil slightly.
What kind of sound does it make?
No, there's no reaction of pain. You can just hear the wet sound of the arrow entering flesh.
Flesh. Okay.
Nothing like the wet sound of something entering.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Mom! Neil's being gross again.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I would not. Thank you anyway.
Director. I decline.
Thank you anyway.
I politely decline your generous offer.
I like how I was like, I'll stay here and
Done.
protect my buddy Amaryllis, who then charged directly into the front line.
You're done?
Screaming as she ran. She's like,
Thorin!
I have 12 AC.
He has
You
the
can
lantern.
see Bell. He's dropped it.
Gotta-
Bell
Well, if it's any-
is shooting at something behind a pillar.
If it's any consolation, Ian, I have more AC than I have hit points.
6. Oh my god. I am experiencing some bad memories of this token. I'm not
Yes.
sure exactly where I've encountered it
Yes.
before, but it's not been good.
This token was used in the final battle of the Mother's Life.
Right?
It was the
Oh,
summoned beast.
yeah. I knew there was some bad mojo.
It was
floating
also
around it.
something that we fought as
It only shows up as a boss.
rough, the rough diamonds. It was the thing we killed with Lily in
You
the
killed an Oni.
Oni.
I'm going to take my action to cast light so Rita can shield up.
On
without
yourself?
any worries about that. On like my shield.
40, 20?
2020.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I guess that works out on roll 20 is 40-20, doesn't it? Because
Yeah.
20.
So that lights up the beast. It might be a troll, but its mutations have gone so far out of control, it is coated in flesh that has ballooned and
Tumors.
grown out of shape.
it's actually like a bloated corpse.
Yeah, it does look like a bloated corpse, but with the animation of only a creature living. While it's moving slowly, it's got an incredible pace and incredible gait, and it almost, with the huge hunch of it, it does almost reach the room ceiling. And it's gonna approach. It's gonna make an attack at you, Torin. It moves up, and its arms kind of seem to extend from the pustulated, bloated body and lurch and latch out much longer than they have any right to be. You manage to dodge the first and the second attack as it's just grasping and grabbing at you. Amaryllis.
One step back so that I can get all three of you in range of bless, annoyingly. That is my own fault though, so whatever. Then what? No, it's my fault, don't worry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that ends my turn.
Bell.
I'm gonna shoot that boy.
Bless. Ah. I love having it all the time.
That's a hit.
Honestly, Bless is probably the most underrated level 1 spell there is, because people know it's great, right? But it's just ridiculously great.
So, the arrow is a brilliant strike. You can actually see it go through the cheek flesh and cause
Don't
a
make
hole
it
on the other
explode
side.
pestilent stuff on me.
It doesn't. But immediately that hole starts to fill with more bloated, grown flesh, growing back more than you removed.
Like keloids.
Yes.
Keloids
don't-
are like when scar tissue balloons.
That is absolutely what it is. What's going on as it heals so rapidly. The arrow essentially has no effect.
Like the back of Ving Rhames' neck.
Don't know who that is.
So it has no effect. I wonder whether this boy requires like magic weapons to deal. Maybe he has
I wonder
resistance.
if this boy bit requires firing a massive ass steam cannon at it to deal with.
Anything else you'd like to do, Belle?
No, I would not.
Richter!
I know. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, that'll do. And I will do a stab with the spear on its bum, with my spear in its bum. That
It doesn't have a bum. That's why you missed.
That's what I mean.
Well, you can try. We don't know what its AC is yet. You can try a bless. It might be ridiculously low.
Roll 1d4. Get
Ian,
a 1.
right now, his brain is like the
Ooh,
Matrix.
what a
He's
lovely
passing
4!
the
That's a
AC.
miss.
Drat. Its AC is higher than 12, boys. It's got more AC than me.
That will do.
It doesn't even turn to face you, Richter. It doesn't seem to care that you're attacking it. Torin.
Emo. Whatever. I don't
Torin.
care.
You just saw its face heal and even more grotesque than before.
Yeah, a little bit worried about that. Has he got a big mouth?
I mean, yes. Anytime.
I've got create or destroy water, which is one of my favorite spells in 5e because there's so many creative uses. I was like, can I just get this boy to gargle down too much and go pop? Which are the questions that you gotta ask.
Yeah. I cannot
right.
answer this for you.
Let's start up. No, that's fair. Let's start off safe. I'm gonna Sacred Flame this boy because I want to see how he reacts to this sort of damage.
It does not
Right.
move, and the radiant amethyst flame does lick and burn at the body.
Does it fill? Does it balloon in the same
It
way as?
keeps ballooning and healing every injury, healing it back more grotesque than before. Anything else?
Yeah, go on. I'll cast Sanctuary on myself.
Ooh. Ooh.
My sanctuary, yeah.
You're my sanctuary.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it's going to try and make a wisdom saving throw. It does not.
It has to attack Dean instead.
It like lurches for you and just pauses, and you can see its large hands. The insides are both calloused and coated in these bulging scars. And it just swoops and is gonna make a grapple attempt against you, Dean. Can you please give me an athletics roll?
I was born for this.
Were you? It
Fuck.
moves so quickly and with a surprising speed, just grabs you in pretty much both hands and just lurches you over a shoulder. And then is just gonna start moving with you. Haven't you grappled?
Hey man, nice sanctuary man, nice one man. Hey, man.
Sorry, what's that? I can't hear you because your voice is so
Being-
muffled from
being
inside
dragged
the
away.
hands of that troll.
Yeah, well, it's real nice over here, and I'm the only one over here, so unlucky. You'll never see what kind of cool shit's over here.
Amaryllis.
I am moving over to the thingy-bobby. Can I reconnect for thingy-bobby?
You can give me an athletics check, an intelligence check, an athletics check. What a meme. That is a good check. One moment. Passing information through database. My brain still hasn't started yet.
Your database is quite cute.
I'm like a little droid.
It's the R5 from Sunday. It's come back.
Don't
The
worry, guys.
R5 is much grosser than that.
Don't worry, guys. I drove off the monster.
Bye.
Amaryllis, you get up, and with a surprising amount of speed for Amaryllis, you just move and snap the parts into place. There's a lot of them on all the sides of the thing, and when you do, the steam generator starts to pick up more steam as it starts flowing through the pipes, and pistons start moving, and it makes this very comfortable repeating noise as it is connected.
Okay. Movement. For the rest of my movement, moving away. There you go.
Belle,
All right. Give
you
me
actually notice on the steam cannon there's 4 little almost like organ pipes, and one of them goes "Dzz."
What can I infer from that?
There's 4 and 1 is active.
Okay.
I actually thoroughly agree with that question.
It's a very reasonable question.
Like legit.
I'm throwing a lot of bullshit at you today.
All right. I'm gonna dash down to this.
Holy shit!
I used all my movement.
I
and
know,
all
it's just
my
so...
dash, sorry.
It's like it happened all at once,
Lara,
and
go
very
fast.
fast. It was very good. Yeah.
I don't know whether I can leave
I
my
blinked.
boy.
Yeah.
There.
I believe.
God, I miss her. Okay, sorry. And then I try to put this guy together.
So you did use a bonus action in your movement to dash?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so if you've got an action, please give me an intelligence check.
Makes you
This
feel
is not
better.
gonna go well, but I'm gonna try, boys.
I believe in you.
It's okay. Just get that 20. It seems to work.
You're starting to put it together, but
But then
this
Ian
is not the
jinxes
kind
you.
of thing you understand. You're close, but you're not quite there. You're leaning over the device, repairing it, putting the parts back where they... Well, this looks like the proper place, and this looks like it fits here, but you're going to need more time on it.
Okay.
Gotta ease it in gently.
That's
Oh,
I've
not used
used
to it.
everything that I can for my turn here.
Speaking of Richter...
The instruction manual is in Swedish, so it's going to take you an extra 10.
Oh no.
Speaking of
That
Richter,
guy really moved at some speed.
You're
In the palms.
in the hands, on the shoulder, pushed up against tough scar tissue. If you want to try and escape, that is a athletics check. Well, actually, it's a strength check to escape, or dex.
Okay.
And that is also your action if you do successfully escape.
Just a strength check, not a save.
Yeah.
That was a really nice beer.
You're wiggling, but you don't get out of the grasp of the
Fuck.
mutated beast.
Friggin' hell. Can I attack in this with
Oh,
disadvantage?
fuck. Not now.
But yes, you can
You
during.
can,
a grapple.
though, when you're grappled, yeah.
Honestly, the Pathfinder rules and grappling and pinning are so convoluted. There's like
I can imagine.
page-long flowcharts.
Ugh.
Yeah, I had a look at the
No.
Call of Cthulhu 7th edition combat, and I was like,
That's
"Hey
that
guys,
for me is
let's play D&D instead."
that's a bit too much. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like Pathfinder actually, and there's some element. Like, really, what I want is an amalgamation of all the systems.
It's your turn, Torin.
I'm just making an exposition, all right?
I know. I just so you know.
I'm only teasing. Torrent's coming. Don't you worry, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What can I do? How can I most effectively save my buddy?
We always turn into best friends.
Torin and Richter are not best friends.
Oh yeah, we are.
I'm like your puppy.
For my
Whatever
weeks on the
floats your
tongue
boat.
kiss. His tongue will be in my throat. That's what best friends do.
Oh.
Huh. I'm gonna look at Ollie in a new light. Let me see. What do I have to have? Touch. I'm gonna dash to cover that distance. I'm coming, buddy. Hang in there.
Me too. You put your tongue right down my.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Oh, I get an attack of opportunity. I'm gonna club
You
it.
do? Yeah. You managed to get up just in time to kind of catch up with it and swing! And swing!
I'm sure
Can you imagine if I just
That's a miss.
inflict wounds to that boy? I have bless.
Oh!
Unfortunately, I've not got
It's a
sentinel,
hit.
so
Yeah, no, it's
so-
not a sentinel, which is why I kept
so
on moving.
even if it hits, he keeps moving. But I do clobber him for 5 bludgeoning damage.
You do give him the old clobber, you do.
I tell him what I think of that.
Amaryllis!
I predict an
You can
Amaryllis.
hear the
That's funny.
combat going on there, and the creature kind of unfazed, shuffling through the dark, and the repeated hum of the steam engine.
Yeah. I can also see another generator in the bottom right. I'm not sure whether Amaryllis is meant to be able to see that.
You can see what you can see.
It's lit up.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's lit up. Now I'm just deciding, do I go down and right or up and right to get to it?
Oh, these are the big decisions, my boy.
Yeah. Okay,
These are the
firstly I'm
choices
going to
that
go
all
right.
warriors are
1,
made from.
2,
Have you just got a taint measure there, Dean?
4,
Why wouldn't he?
5,
Don't get me wrong. I agree with the good taint measuring.
dash, 1,
Give it the old measure.
3,
That's a kangaroo.
Yeah.
5. Okay, there's no wall there anyway. It doesn't actually appear to matter. There you go, turn end. I move.
Laura! Can you give me an intelligence check?
Yeah.
He moves so quick.
Come the fuck on, dice!
I don't know if that would make them more or less effective.
Depends where, really, doesn't it? Might stick him in the right spot.
Yeah, that's a way to weight your dice. You do not get the steam generator working. And I imagine Belle is also getting frustrated at it.
Depends how viscous the jism is.
Speaking of, Richter, you're still grappled.
He's the most viscous.
I will do the strength thing again.
Cool.
I'll do a flex. Penises.
It rolls less than you. And you do manage to, like, your strength is starting to wane being held by this thing, but you do just manage to wriggle out in the right way to get pushed adjacent.
Come to your heel, Danny. Come on, boy. Come on.
I'm totally
And then
fine.
you're just like, "Ugh."
I've not tried this bit before. I don't know how it'll be.
Still try to lure it back this way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is it literally trying to, like, Dead by Daylight us? Like, grab us and throw us on it? Oh my god, it was! I saw that Ollie face.
Opportunity attack on me, I think.
Doxy's failing her skill checks on the generator.
It misses.
I am.
I've watched enough Doxy to know how this works.
Anything else, Richter?
Nope.
You're very spread out right now. Torin.
Ollie's like,
typical
release the
like-
troglodytes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
I have
spell slots?
divided. Now I will conquer.
It's a sound tactic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tara's gonna run up and shield wall with Richter.
The mutated troll looks at you.
Lock shields.
And,
Which is an fuck Rip Amaryllis.
Oh shit. Oh no, it's going the other way. It's going the other way. Oh shit, is it going to destroy that generator?
it goes to the
Oh my
generator
god, it's Dead by Daylight!
and grabs at the connecting pipes, the master pipe that sends
What
all
a
the steam
fun
up.
concept to put
But-
in D&D.
Due to your 20 on putting this together, it doesn't immediately dismantle it. It has to kind of like grab and shake and lets out these guttural groans it does, trying to dismantle the source of the noise and heat. Amaryllis.
It's not as nice as the previous beer.
One.
Oh, I might have had that, actually.
There's a Blue Moon in Cambridge.
Yeah, I might have had that recently.
5-1 2.
It's got oats.
I haven't got an action to check this thing.
I had a similar beer recently that was grapefruit flavored.
I quite like a grapefruit flavored one, but I only like a little bit.
Anything else, Ian?
No, I haven't got an action left to do anything interesting.
Doxy.
I'm gonna fucking fix this thing.
A touch of coriander. I'm not down with that. I love coriander, but I'm not down with that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You're getting more dumb. You can't find the screw.
I'm so upset that this is happening.
As your rage increases, your barbarian level goes up and your intelligence goes down.
I'm very frustrated. But that's the fucking way she goes. Isn't it?
Roll the dice, baby.
Richter,
Maybe it's
you managed to
growing
get
on me a
away
little
from
bit.
it, but it
Right.
was not interested in pursuing you.
Where's Belara so I can mansplain this to her?
Belara is out of sight, out of mind. You just like stand next to her like, no, you do that. No, you do that.
Which way
I
did
like that.
It
ahead.
went
Which way did it go?
down.
Down, okay.
I like that mansplaining's a thing.
It's
You
not a
shouldn't.
Well, no, but have you ever actually like stopped yourself? Like you catch yourself, you're like, wow, I was just about to mansplain that.
No, I was about to explain something.
But do you ever then like have like the cognition where you're like, wow, actually they probably already know this?
I've definitely had that before. But sometimes it's just nice to talk to friends.
Oh yeah, definitely, I agree. If you tell me something I know, I'll probably be like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Oh fuck. He's given away the whole game. What are you doing, Victor?
Oh, that was it. I've moved. I'm done.
You have two things. You're not gonna move again. You.
You can dash.
Oh, I pressed more than that. Sorry.
I press
okay.
more than that. I swear, usually it's longer.
Torin.
Yeah.
I mean, we can presume Dead by Daylight. There's lanterns at each corner, right? I don't know. I'm gonna go up this way and see what there is.
I saw a light up in the. Sorry, I shouldn't.
1,
There's a
2,
light
3,
in the distance.
4, 5, 6. Oh, there's one there. Dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I'm playing Dead by Daylight in D&D. I was sitting there and I was like, wait, he wasn't gonna do that, was it? And then all of a sudden, the penny dropped.
Richter, you're getting into position to attack the creature, and it just slams all of its body weight, like
Gives you the clap.
into the mechanism. There's a sharp sound. The steam fills the air, and the mechanism falls mostly quiet. There's still some life in it. It's definitely not as broken as it was before. And is then going to make its second attack against you. Please give me an athletics check, Richter.
Can I just say, Ollie, that this is brilliant, by the way.
Thank you. I am very smart. It like tries to slam its arms down at you, tries to grab you, but you not having it. You resist. Amaryllis.
Intelligence check, I assume.
Uh-huh. No, this one is a constitution check? No.
Always worth asking.
Where Amaryllis connects her body up to the machine.
You need more time on this one.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bell. DC gets lower every time.
But you've got it.
Might
this
not
time,
be what
don't
you
worry.
want to hear.
So do her rolls.
You got it. It's the natty 20. What a waste of it. The DC is so low.
Finally, you get everything in its proper place, and the pistons start pumping and moving, and the steam starts to fill it up, and you can hear the bubbling and the steaming as steam whoosh up.
Okay, let me figure out where I can get to with some movement here.
Do some galaxy brain.
Alright. I can get to here. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Yep.
I did not do it.
You did not do it. Yeah.
There we go. And that's all I got.
Yeah.
Ollie's... No.
Richter.
Yep.
Standing tall against the beast. The monster.
I'm going to go ahead and do what I do best and spear it. Oh, that was almost a 20.
That
but
was
it wasn't,
really,
was it?
really like it rimmed the 20 there.
You have blessed. That's a hit.
And I hit. I will use menacing attack with it.
Nice.
I'll roll a 1d8.
He's more than a pretty face.
It fails and is frightened of you.
Oh, that's some good play.
That is a smart move from Denifer. While the
Score
wound
+1.
quickly heals up, the creature staggers back, staring down at you in horror. Also, by the way, this no longer functions. Torrent, you're scurrying off in the corner. You saw something up there.
1, 2, 3. I would like to make my intelligence check, please.
Please do.
Here it
I'd
comes.
like to see you try.
Up.
You just get there like, oh. And that's an excellent place to take our break. And be back in a few minutes.
I'm not a big fan of this beer.
You're drinking the Blue Moon now?
Yeah.
Blue Moon is nucky. I'm not a fan
We'll
either.
be back later.